Hello Libra, welcome into your May energy reading. I've shuffled the deck already and I'm going to split the deck on camera for you, and we're going to get straight on and see what messages Spirit has for you. My channel is all about getting people onto their highest timeline, helping them realize their power and create the best reality they possibly can. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Swords in the root chakra, King of Swords in the sacral, Page of Swords in the solar plexus. We've got the High Priestess in the heart space, beautiful. We've got the Wheel in the throat chakra communication area, the Ace of Pentacles in the third eye area, and to crown, we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Knight of Swords. Alright, so it looks like there's been a significant ending or something that was quite painful that's sort of in your energy field at the moment. I feel like you're probably just moving away from this right now, with the Wheel being in the position that it's in. I feel like you're trying to keep a clear head and not think too emotionally at the moment, probably because of this betrayal or a situation that you found quite devastating or quite a letdown. Okay, quite a betrayal here. I feel like someone's still keeping an eye on you, or maybe you're doing your research or you're trying your best to get your energies back up to their highest potential. The solar plexus is all about that life force energy. It's all about our power. That's what the solar plexus is, right in the middle, right below your rib cage, where your rib cage ends. Let's see this venerable woman. That's the High Priestess in this deck. I feel like your intuition is really heightened at this time, and sometimes our intuition can feel painful to us because the people around us, you know, we want to see the best in them and we want them to be what we expect them to be. But I feel like your intuition has led you away from this situation, this Ten of Swords situation, and it still could be a bit painful for you. I feel like you're doing the right thing by not thinking emotionally at this moment in time, and that's going to pay off for you in the future with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups in the your crown chakra energy. You could also have a very motherly ancestral energy that's watching out for you, and actually they're telling me that this female energy on the other side is actually fueling your intuition at this moment in time, and has led you away from this Ten of Swords situation. But there could still be some healing for you to do at the moment in that regard. Ace of Pentacles in your pineal. I feel like you're going on a new path when it comes to what you're manifesting. It could be a business, it could be you looking after your body for some of you, but definitely you're strengthening your intuition here, and you're really letting your intuition lead you. You're not going to be manipulated with the King of Swords in the creative space. You're going to be doing things that make logical sense to you, and you're not going to be swayed, I don't feel, by any sort of manipulative behavior from others. It's quite curious to see the Page of Swords in this position. Let me have a look at that. The Hanged Man. I feel like someone didn't expect you to behave or walk away or behave the way you've behaved in a certain situation, and you deciding to leave this Ten of Swords path and move on has left them in a bit of limbo, because I think they were trying to really create an illusion for you, and they thought they'd gathered enough data, they thought they had done their research and tried their best to manipulate the situation, but your intuition was just too good here, Libra, with the High Priestess in the heart space area. I feel like they didn't get what they wanted. They've kind of tied themselves up where they tried to trap you, but it's backfired on them. Like my grandma used to say, give them enough rope and they'll hang themselves, and that's what I feel with this Hanged Man card here and the Magician right next to it. That's heavy illusionary energy. That's someone who really thought they had all the power in their hands and that you were just a sitting duck. Obviously, for those of you that watch tarot, you know the Ten of Swords is the end of a path of pain, okay? So it hurts, but the worst is over. And again, it's minor arcana, so Spirit's telling me all in a day's work. You're taking this in your stride, and you've decided to really trust your intellectual faculties here with the King of Swords in the sacral positioning, and I feel like you're giving yourself credit for how intellectual you actually are in this positioning. Show me the Ten of Swords, please, Spirit. Oh, cards are going a bit crazy. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords, so possibly something that kept you sort of stagnated for a while in your mind space, so you weren't sure if you were right with certain intuitive messages you were getting. Your intuition was telling you something, and I guess a lot of the time we want to be wrong when we've intuited something that, you know, takes us off the path or creates an ending in a relationship. We kind of want to be wrong, you know. I've been gaslit, and it's like you kind of want to think that that person loves you and that you're crazy. But in this case, you were right about, you know, something you sensed from this person. And the good thing is that, you know, I feel like it's better to go through your Ten of Swords, all those knives in the back, than it is to be stuck at the Two of Swords, where you've got all this information and you don't know what to believe or what to think or which way to turn or whether to go forward or not. The Ten of Swords is freedom, ultimately, because it means that you now know you've been betrayed. You know that you were right, your intuition was right with the High Priestess showing up. And it gives you that freedom to start a new path. That Ace of Pentacles is waiting for you. And really giving you that sense of, you know what, the worst has happened. The worst has happened, and now I've got to go. Yeah, you've got the Four of Swords. Lots of thinking, lots of being stuck in that mental space. And again, there's not much emotional energy here. All right, till we get to the crown chakra, which is the Queen of Cups, which I feel like this is you getting back to your natural sweet nature, your natural loving nature, after something that was quite painful and had you stuck in a mental space, stuck, you know, overthinking, wondering if you were right or wrong. And the Four of Swords here also is telling me that you've had to heal from this, or you're currently in the process of healing. Let me move these over here. Show me the King of Swords, please, Spirit. King of Wands. Okay, so what they're telling me is the person you were dealing with could have had a King of Swords type energy. Not much heart, like literally not much heart chakra activation. So this person didn't act from a place of love necessarily, but they were trying to really control and really manipulate from a linear 3D place. You know, they were trying to, and it's so last century to be that linear minded now. You know, we're supposed to activate our heart chakras and really become who we truly are on a divine level. And I feel like this person's sort of stuck in the 3D. With the King of Wands showing up, I feel like you'd be much better suited to someone who is fiery. And the King of Wands obviously could represent you being fiery and you pulling on your spiritual power when you're dealing with people who try to be so manipulative and try to really, you know, use basic equations of, if I say this, they'll believe that, you know, and really control you with that basic level, what they think of as being clever. You know, they think it's being clever to be manipulative and not use their heart. But I don't feel like this person got what they wanted, and they're still watching, all right? They're still watching to see how powerful you are. But karma, the wheel. Okay, they're still watching from a place of weakness, because until they activate their heart chakra, they don't really have any power whatsoever. If they don't have faith in the divine, there's not much power there for them. This was a situation that was destined to move you to a different positioning, and I guess to introduce you to your spiritual power here. And it's left this person in limbo, all right, with their own illusion that they created, and now they're kind of stuck waiting now. Okay, we've got the High Priestess here with the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's been a situation where you've learned the value of your currency. You've learned how valuable you are when it comes to your interactions with others. Every time you interact with someone, you're literally giving them your energy, all right? And consciously speaking, I feel like you're you're realizing that your presence does really uplift people's lives, and that you do bring a beautiful, valuable, sparkly energy into the equation, and you deserve a lot more than people who don't have their heart chakra activated and who don't operate from that heart space. Page of Wands here. Yeah, there's a sense of new adventure and a sense of, you know, you've been introduced to your spiritual power. Now, it's sort of like when you try and start a fire on a desert island, and that first little flame has to be nurtured so carefully and so beautifully to turn it into a roaring inferno. And I feel like you're headed that way now, okay? You following your intuition is your greatest power, and really knowing your value, I feel. For some of you, you could be in the psychic world, you could be a light worker, you could be really realizing that you're powerful feminine energy, and that's for men or women, but the power of your intuition and the power of your receptivity is what's giving you this new life force, this new sense of adventure and of starting a new path. Okay, one more please for the High Priestess, because this is interesting. Nine of Swords. All right, so it kind of feels like to me that through the pain and through the nightmare of it all, you sense so much from the situation that you've got out of, that you kind of like, even though it was painful, it's the pain and the nightmare that taught you what you value and what is your personal heaven, but also how powerfully intuitive you are. You were probably getting signs and hints from the universe when you were on this Ten of Swords path here. And part of me thinks that it's like an initiation for you. It was a test for you to see if you would trust yourself over this person. And I feel like you found your fire, you found your spiritual power, and you ended the situation. I still feel like there's this energy of someone trying to research you, someone trying to nose into what you're doing, someone who really wants information on you, because they're curious, like, where did this person get their power? They want to know where you got your power from. And again, they won't just ask, will they? Ace of Swords. Yeah, they want to know, what is it that's given you this victory and this clarity and this strength of mind here? And they're going to be stuck for quite a while, I'm feeling. Yeah, the Moon. They're kind of like a shadowy energy, all right? They sort of... We've got two cards of illusion here, the Moon and the Magician. And with the Hanged Man, it's like this person's got to learn to give in. They've got to learn to submit to spirit. They've got to learn to surrender to the divine. And until they do, they're never going to be as powerful as you. They're never going to have that beautiful, divine, powerful spiritual energy, powerful heartfelt energy, because they think they can control things, and no one can control anything really but themselves, right? And if people can't control their internal world, they will always look to control things around them and outside of them. And this person's definitely got themselves in a little bit of a pickle here. Five of Swords. Yeah, this person could have been very malevolent, very low vibrational here. Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords showing up so close together. I mean, you've definitely made the right choice with anyone that was combatant, anyone that wanted to fight and argue. You've made the right choice to just leave them to it, leave them in their own energies and move on here. I'm gonna ask about the Wheel. Ooh. So we've got Temperance and we've got the Knight of Pentacles showing up for the Wheel of Fortune. So you're balancing yourself out and you're finding new ways, new alchemical ways of doing things. Now, when I say alchemical, I mean the intention you put behind your actions. I mean the thoughts and the focus points that you direct yourself with. So you're realizing that you conjure your own reality, I feel, and it's slow, steady work, but you're on the right path here with the Knight of Pentacles. And your new approach to something is getting things moving in a new direction, all right? And I feel like there's a great sense of hope with this Temperance card. Temperance means the balance of the body in the original occultistic meanings of the major arcana in the tarot. Now, on the surface, you might think that that means balancing out your body with diet and exercise and things like that. Yeah, that's great. But ultimately, it means that the lower animal part of you has been softened, has been tamed. You no longer let that lower energetic part of you make decisions for you, which is a beautiful beautiful energy when the animal in us, the animal spirit energy that we've all got, has been honed and trained to be a beautiful ally rather than a crazy wild rabid dog that rules us. Okay, I'm getting a picture of a wolf that's totally trained and totally loyal to you. I hope that makes sense, because we've all got animal spirit guides around us, and to balance that out and to truly make it work for us rather than work against us is a great feat of nature when it comes to occultism and creating your own reality. So you're heading in the right direction. So don't rush yourself here, all right? There's no rush. You've got the Knight of Wands as well. So maybe a part of you wants to burst forward and wants to really move things along quickly. What this is telling me is that you want to follow the inspired action. When you get that little epiphany, when you get that little ping of inspired energy, that's when you take yourself forward, and that's when you decide to really burst forward with this. But for now, just balance yourself out, heal yourself, and take it steady. All right, they're telling me take it steady, because you've been through one hell of a battle with this 10 of Swords and this 5 of Swords energy, and with the 9 of Swords here too. It's like, wow, lots of Swords energies. Okay, this would have felt like somewhat of a nightmare, but when you're in a nightmare, it gives you that freedom to be like, you know what, I may as well just go back to basics. I may as well just appreciate my freedom. I may as well just go back on the road of life alone and free, and at least I can make myself happy, and I don't have to be a slave to someone else's bad moods or their whims or their expectations of me. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Ace of Pentacles is looking beautiful in your pineal energy. So maybe some of you are taking up a new spiritual practice such as meditation. Maybe you're seeing exercise as not just something that helps you lose weight and hone your body on a surface level, but as something that really enriches and lifts your frequency up. We've got the 7 of Swords showing up here. It almost feels to me, this kind of reeks of spiritual warfare. This kind of reeks of someone who tried to stop you on a beautiful spiritual path, but you burst forth, you broke the reins of control, and you're moving swiftly ahead, I feel. Yeah, expansion. I feel like someone was fearful of your power and fearful of you expanding in the right direction here. But look, we've got the 2 of Cups. So this is telling me that on your path, you will find reciprocal energies. People who really appreciate you for who you truly are. People who want to spend time with you on a balanced, fair and equal level here. I want to know more about this 7 of Swords. Show me the 7, please, Spirit. 4 of Cups. Yeah. All right. So there's still a bit of a residue from the situation you were in. Definitely a missed opportunity for this person who's been left in limbo here. But for you, I feel like you're only headed towards greater and better connections with people who actually appreciate what you bring to the table. See the Queen of Cups. 9 of Pentacles, beautiful. Okay. So Spirit's saying, give yourself time to heal. Yeah, the Hermit. Don't be afraid of spending time in your own company, of replenishing yourself, of bringing yourself back to balance, as we've seen in the Temperance. I feel like this person lives in shadow, this person you've got away from. And what shadowy type people really love is to bring you into shadow. So don't demonize yourself for potentially biting back, right? You've got this great potential here to go into solitude and to create a whole new path, starting with your mind. You've got to balance your mind out first. And then I feel like you're going to get back into your heart space, all right? Queen of Cups energy. You have to feel safe to be in your sweet, gentle energies again. And that could require some alone time. That could require you replanting the garden of your mind. The 9 of Pentacles is all about you being self-sufficient, wealthy, having your own currency, having your own independent, physical, manifested world around you. It's really a card of luxury and of really being an independent force and having garnered for yourself all of these beautiful things before you necessarily get into a relationship. But I feel the key is for you to get back into those sweet, gentle, intuitive energies. Queen of Cups and the High Priestess together. I feel like your psychic powers may be being enhanced right now. I feel like someone was maybe a little bit jealous of that, trying to compete with you. With some intuitive gift, some psychic gift that you've got, okay? Because you've probably got a lot of heart. Being a Libra, you're very fair, balanced, harmonious, and those are great energies to have. Sometimes people take advantage of that. I'm a Libra, and I know that people can take harmony for weakness, and they can even take politeness for weakness. But you need to get back into yourself, meditate, get yourself back into those beautiful, sweet energies when you feel like you get the chance, okay? Queen of Cups here. She's very intuitive, very receptive. And again, I feel like your intuition and your receptivity, it's been painful for you being as intuitive as you've been, because you've picked up on energies and truths and information that you might not necessarily have felt good picking up on, all right? So it's almost like, I don't want to say the devil, but the negative forces in this world who are opposing our evolution, who don't want us to evolve, who want us to stay in the 3D, they will try and do anything they can to dissuade us, to put us off being our lovely, loving, kind, intuitive, divine selves. But Nine of Pentacles here, I mean, that's everything you need to know. You might be feeling a little burdened at the moment, and you may be hanging on to those feelings. Those feelings may still be lingering and lurking for you. I also feel like even though this person burdened you so badly, I feel like you held on to your faith, and you held on to what you knew and what you really felt to be true. You held on to your divinity here, which is beautiful. Oh, star on the bottom of the deck. That's always good to see. I'm pulling an ancestor card. See what your ancestors want you to know. Shaman of Stars. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this was some sort of initiation with this Ten of Swords type person with their low vibrational Five of Swords energy. Their head's not particularly well balanced, okay? With the Magician and the Moon. They feel like they're doing something that's never been done before. They feel like their sneakiness is somehow gifted to them, like they're doing something really unique and special. And then when they come across someone who is truly unique and special, they get jealous, they get hateful, they want to pull you down from your beautiful high vibrational positioning and pull you into the prison of the mind that they live in, okay? Misery loves company. But I see you flying here. Nine of Pentacles is all about being confident and exuberant and being who you truly are, and having, you know, the solid, strong, secure foundation to really flow your energy out into the world and to receive that back, okay, in the form of material manifestations here. I feel like you've really managed to get yourself through a battle here. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, it was a challenge. We've got the Spirit of Challenge showing up here. Hunter of Abundance. I feel like this situation may have really taught you to really put yourself first, to really sort of be careful with the energies that you're inviting in to your world. And that means even people you talk to, because whoever you talk to becomes a part of your conscious reality, all right? Even if you're at home on a dating site or whatever, the people you talk to on the internet, you really are exchanging energy with them, all right? So even if you're not going out on dates with these people, even if you feel like, well, I'm physically safe, yeah, but energetically, everything you focus on or every energy you interact with becomes a part of your path and a part of your world for that moment. Okay, so I think you're really learning about these energies now, and realizing that you've got to plant this beautiful garden for yourself in your life, and that's, I feel like, your number one priority now, because you're not letting anyone put you in this Ten of Swords energy ever again. That's what I feel. I feel like you've really found courage here with the King of Wands showing up here. I feel like you've really realized that you've got a very powerful mind and a very powerful spirit also. But Spirit is urging you to re-heal that energy within yourself, to keep yourself to yourself if you're, you know, still feeling vulnerable or burdened. And it's getting connected to your heart chakra that's going to bring you this abundance, this Nine of Pentacles. connecting to this ace here, this gift from the universe, all right? So once you've healed yourself up, you're going to be able to start a new pathway with an adventurous spirit. The Shaman of Stars, this is telling me that you could be star-seeded. You could have great support from the non-physical realm. They're telling me mothership. So I don't know if you're aware that you are an old soul, or that you're a wanderer, or that you've got something about you that's quite rare on this planet, all right? That gives you this beautiful intuition that may make you feel like a bit of an outsider at times, because, you know, it's hard. Sometimes we just want to feel like everyone else, but I feel like, Libra, you're not like everyone else. You do have gifts here that need to be expanded on. I'm going to ask about this Nine of Pentacles. And see what else we can get going. The Sun. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this tower situation, we've got the tower on the bottom of the deck, something that's made you defensive. Okay, this tower situation, I feel like it was a catalyst for you to really realize what makes you happy, what fills you with joy, what fills you with light. There's a beautiful Sun card in this deck. I feel like the happiness for you will come when you realize you don't need anything outside of yourself. If anything, you're stronger a lot of the time in your own power, without sort of giving it away to others, or, you know, expecting yourself back from people. I feel like you're really finding your footing and finding solid ground when it comes to the abundance you want to hunt, the abundance that you want to create and focus into being here. So the Sun in that position is telling me it's all okay, all right? Your mind may be still in a bit of shock from this human being who, well, I say human being quite lightly, because there are all sorts of beings on this earth, all sorts of consciousnesses coming in. Human being is just a label we give to a whole host of ethereal beings that exist in this realm. But you're definitely headed towards sunshine, towards a happy heart, towards a light heart, back towards your own sweetness, and back towards a great abundant Ace of Pentacles path here. Once you find your footing and you heal. All right, so it's all about you now, Libra. It's all about you healing, you using your intuitive gifts to create a whole new pathway for yourself. All right, and I hope this reading helped. Lots of love, Libra. Bye-bye.